Thank you organizers for including franchising as a part of MSME Summit. Briefly about us, I represent Indian Franchise Association. We are a community of franchisors who help franchisees and franchisors come along and bring in some best practices. Before I start, I wanted to know how many of you are looking for a new business? I think a few of us. Okay. How many of us are actually familiar with franchising and how it works? I've got an audience to attend and address. So before I start, I wanted to know if you guys can, one of you can say which is a fast food joint which has maximum number of outlets in America? It's actually Subway. In America, Subway has more number of outlets than McDonald's. And McDonald's certainly is the largest in the world in terms of number of outlets. It's about 33,000 outlets, last count I had. How many of you have been to a McDonald's? Finally, I've got hands. So, ideal question should be how often you go to McDonald's, and people who have kids, I think pretty much every week. And that's not with us, that's probably in 93 countries that McDonald's operates in. What's so special about McDonald's? What makes McDonald's click with every kid in the world? Is it food? Ambience? Toys? McDonald's? I think there's a package of a couple of things which we all know, with whether it's value for money, delivery, speed of delivery, ambience. Sorry? Exactly. So it's about a standard package of something that's proven, which has been replicated 33,000 times. You know what's most interesting, and a lot of you are entrepreneurs and you know how difficult it is to run a business. McDonald's is actually run by 16-year-old kids or 60-year-olds. You won't find a guy on the other side of the counter who's really a skilled guy with some MBA degree. And that's the beauty of McDonald's, that it is run by people, and it's actually not run by people, it's run by systems. And that's what franchising is all about. It's actually franchising at its best, and that's franchising which delivers a product to its customer, and outlet becomes a via medium. So without, I know I'm short on time and I've already taken a lot. So I'll come to what franchising is. This kind of summarizes the entire franchising. It's a format. It's a legal agreement between a company who has a proven format. It transfers onto a franchisee who takes on this business case. And there is a mid or long-term agreement. There is a goodwill value that you pay, and there is an exclusive outlet that you operate. As a franchisor, you get to lease or lend your brand name, rights for a location, some systems, know-how and training, develop a business for the franchisee, and obviously the reputation which comes along. And as a franchisee, you bring in the manpower, equipment. There is a manual that you have to follow in terms of guidelines, and pay royalty towards that fees. In a way, what franchising does is it combines two things. One is a brand, and second is a consultant. So it actually shortens the learning curve. And this is where probably the success of franchising is most visible. In America, 90% of the sell startups, a lot of them who want to start a business, and there's a big campaign Economic Times has done about startups. So 90% of the sell startups fail to survive in first 5 years of operation. This is an American statistics as per the SBA. And 95% of franchise businesses are successful after 10 years in business. There's a huge difference between a franchise business and a small business, and largely it's about systems, processes, and brand name. It's world's #1 marketing and distribution format. Mr. Kumar spoke about branding, manufacturing, branding products, and an opportunity for manufacturers. I'll try and see if I can highlight that, but it's actually the #1 marketing and distribution format. Every third dollar in America is spent in franchising, and it's a $2.3 trillion industry. At the association level, we are talking to the government, and we're talking to a lot of policymakers to include franchising, because there's still no laws, no industry, no government initiatives towards this industry, which actually in India we are just about $4 or $5 billion industry, where in America we are a $2.3 trillion industry. These are some of the key points on our franchise agreement. There's a franchise fee, there's royalty, there's advertising fee. I've made it brief. So franchise fees is towards shortening of learning curve. So on the first day of the business, you know pretty much how to run this business. There's an ongoing support. You need more customers, so there's a common advertising pool, administrative support, transfer of business. You can resell a business after 3 years, like Mr. Chibber was saying. Ideally, a person should look at a next level of growth, and at times businesses are not able to give you, so you need to move on. Pretty much like a job. Territory rights, and also at times it comes with a compulsion of termination if you don't perform well, and there are some basic standards to be met. There are advantages and disadvantages of franchising. I have it written here, so I'll skip this for a while. There is brand, system, support, and agreement, which you need to carefully review. So the responsibility of franchisor is to grow the brand, and in turn grow the business. He comes as a parent who has lost child, and he needs to build that synergy between a franchisee and a franchise and grow the business. It has to be win-win, it has to be communicative, you have to lead as a franchisor, and be firm and flexible at times. As a franchisee, you need to follow the system. We normally say that as a franchisee, you are somewhere in between an entrepreneur and a job. So if you're too ambitious, like Mr. Chibber again was saying, that HUL wants people who are somewhere in between as a job and an entrepreneur. That's what franchising is all about, because you need to follow the system. You cannot make your own. It's not your brand. It's a collaborative brand that you own. So you need to honor trademarks. You need to be a team player. This is interesting. 54% of people who start a business as a franchisee want to do it with a lower risk. There's no guarantee, obviously. There is a risk in every business, but the fact is that franchise businesses have lower risk and obviously lower opportunities. So a lot of people, 48%, start a franchise business because they want marketing and training. Some have a long-term ambition to own a brand, and there is a potential of income which is least in the list of reasons to start a business as a franchisee. These are some of the cause of failures. Again, I'm not wanting to get into it because you will have a presentation with you. I'll probably come to these two slides probably. This is how I see, or as an organization, we see India. We are many countries in one country. Every 10 kilometers, language changes. Every 10 kilometers, religion changes. So